What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another late night in the BrewLab with me, Lone Fox, your Brewmaster-in-Chief. And tonight, in the BrewLab, I am not going to be coming at you with Jund battles. I know, this is honestly only the second time in the channel's history that I've put up a poll, and I'm not going to follow, the will of the vote of the people. The Jund battles deck won by a landslide, but I've been putting about 5-6 hours of work into this deck, plenty of reps, lots of modifications, tuning, fine-tuning, finding the right combination of cards to stand up in the meta, and it just isn't happening. That's it. I mean, I would definitely put it on the channel if it was doing any well, but the win rates are like about 50%. Most of the time you just get run over by mono red aggro. It just feels a little bit too slow. So I'm going to quickly just show you it, but then I'm going to pick what I wanted to play actually, secretly, and we'll end up probably playing Rakdos aggro. So quick little look at Jund battles. This is what I managed to throw together. Honestly, not terrible. Like the matches, when it goes off, it goes off. Like, you know, we've got Italis, we got Atraxas, we got big stuff, we got Vorinclex. Like, it's a sweet ass deck, and one that I wish would just work a little bit better. Even with this much removal and sweepers and everything, I just cannot get around these aggro decks in time to pull off the plan. So I'll just leave it on the screen here for a few seconds. You guys can feast your eyes on my creation. Maybe you can let me know in the comments what you would have done to make this archetype work a little better. I've been, like, me and a few friends have been working on Jund now for what feels like a week or so, trying to find a good, deck that can play Terra Sunder and Unleash the Inferno to deal with all the enchantment decks and whatnot. But I still haven't found the perfect match. So please stay tuned. Jund incoming. I'm going to continue to put some work on it. But for tonight, and without further ado, we're going to be jumping into this Rakdos aggro brew. Woo! A Rakdos deck that doesn't play Sheoldred, that doesn't play Fable, that doesn't play Bloodtithe Harvester. Here we are. Rakdos aggro, making use of some sweet new cards. New card number 1, Ayara's Oathsworn. 2 mana, 2/2 with Menace. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, if it has fewer than 4 counters on it, you put a +1/+1 counter on it. Then once it gets to exactly 4, you can search your library for a card, put it into your hand, and shuffle. Which comes up more often than not. We've got, ways of putting counters on it other than it just getting in for damage, namely the Thundering Raiju here on the top end. And then, just being able to find a little bit of extra card advantage is great because, aggro deck, we don't have any other card advantage. So any bit and piece we can find is definitely much appreciated. And then new card number 2, Urborg Scavengers. By the way, I found a bug with this. I did send out a tweet to the Arena help customer support or whatever, and still haven't received a reply. But basically, what I've done is I've peppered the deck with lots of cards that have keyword abilities, which would help our Urborg Scavengers. It's a great card to have in this deck, actually, because often against aggro, especially if you're playing against like mono black or white with a bunch of sweepers or all of these Esper mill decks that have cropped up, they kill your Phoenix Chick, they kill your Shivan Devastator, they kill your Ayara, they kill your Bloodthirsty Adversary, they kill your Squee, whatever. Suddenly you top deck an Urborg Scavengers, can play it, and exile one of your creatures with haste, or exile one of your creatures with menace, and then it gets bigger. It's amazing. The problem is, and I haven't tested it with regards to the other keyword abilities, but I know for a fact that with the menace, it doesn't work. I've swung into a single creature. The opponent only had Sheoldred. This happened in 2 different games with the same board state. Opponent had 1 Sheoldred down. My Urborg Scavengers got menace from exiling Ayara's Oathsworn from the graveyard. I swung in confidently, and the opponent was also like, huh? I can do this? And he blocked my Scavengers, and it died, and I lost the game. So there's something bugged with this deck, with this card. So at the very least, we'll get to showcase the bug, but then hopefully they'll fix it, and then definitely this is going to be amazing. My favorite thing to exile is the Phoenix Chick, which has flying and haste. So, you know, you play the Urborg Scavengers, exile your Phoenix Chick. We never trying to really bring this back from the graveyard anyway. We do have some mono red tech in the deck that will help you do that, like the Squee, but really it's in here because you play your Urborg Scavengers, exile your Phoenix Chick, it gets flying in haste, you swing straight away, exile something else. Now you've got a 4/4 in the air. You know, the turn it came down. It's really nice. And of course, the +1/+1 counters that it puts on itself synergize really nicely with the Thundering Raiju's, you know, modified mechanic thing. And that can be said of the Evolved Sleeper, which also puts +1/+1 counters on itself, with the Shivan Devastator, which, by the way, is another thing with flying in haste that you'd love to exile with Urborg Scavengers. The Bloodthirsty Adversary also puts +1/+1 counters on itself, so almost everything in the deck except for Squee, you know, will help the Raiju pump out more damage once it hits the battlefield. The reason for playing Rakdos aggro is because you're basically just playing good red aggressive cards, but then you just get to play with better removal. So I've cut some of the burn spells, Play with Fire and Lightning Strike are just 2 obs, and we've gone with 3 cut downs, 3 go for the throats, and it's been just fantastic. It's humming along just great. I've been getting a lot of wins. The mana base is just like whatever. We could definitely throw in the usual suspects here, put in a Takenuma and a Sokenzan just to spice things up a little bit, but honestly, not really that essential. We want to close games out before any of these cards really do anything. So the strategy is pretty clear. I think you guys get it. We're trying to just play cheap creatures and hopefully just win the game by like attacking. But if we run into an opponent that has lots of removal, then we can Urborg Scavengers to get some value from our graveyard, and then end things off with Thundering Raiju. Very much a la mono red aggro, but just getting to play some cool new cards and some better removal. That's the deck. Rakdos aggro. Let's jump into some games and see how it performs on the Mythic ladder. And we'll have to keep Jund battles in the you know, still needs work pile, and hopefully I'll get it fine-tuned enough to showcase on the channel in the coming days. So stay tuned. Playing against Maxis. Nice. Turn 1, turn 2. On the play with aggro, great. We got a little bit of removal. If we can just get a 3rd land, we go straight for the Squee. Aha! Probably just going to be Talia. Speak of the devil. Fortunately for us, we have Play with Fire in hand. And an extra land for the next turn. The Ayara grows. Now we're probably going to be looking at some brutal Cathars hitting us. This deck is so strong. Yeah. Copper Coat Vanguard is ridiculous. What a card. What an upgrade to this deck. Okay. Found another Talia. I didn't think so. I mean, he's welcome to double block, right? Who cares? I'll just play a Squee and make that decision even harder. He'll probably just block Squee and the 1/1. Hey, I'm all down with you losing that recruitment officer. Ayara also getting bigger. Just probably play out another Squee, or if we get the Urborg, we can exile Squee and attack straight away. There's Cathar. Ay, 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 ay. That's obviously a big problem. We've got plenty of removal. Let's hope to get some of it. No such luck. So, okay. Squee it is once again. Let's keep applying pressure. He'll just block the 1/1. Get in for another 3. At least Cathar doesn't flip. Would love another land now, honestly. Get some Raiju action. Opponent's also bricking, so at least there's that. Brutal Cathar. Whew. Feels like it's just been around for so long, and I just cannot believe that it's gonna be around for so much longer. It's such a weird thing to wrap your head around when you've been expecting rotation and to clean things up and refresh the meta for so long, and then it just doesn't happen. Very nice. Very nice. Bye-bye, Squee. It's a pleasure to meet you. Will he double swing? Okay, I think now is the time to probably lead with a Devastator, honestly. Or... let's try the Raiju. Raiju putting counter on Squee. You can't have things like Elspeth's Smite or whatever it's called. Okay, so he's gonna do that, which is also just fantastico. Maybe double blocks the Raiju. Nice. I'm down with that. Now we've got Devastator off the top to polish things off. Sorry, matey. Your human tribal didn't quite do the thing this time around. Let's give him a good game. Bye-bye. That was probably just mono-white humans, and he was playing the courtyards to splash for Jirina, which is also, I mean, humans, hey? Coppercoat, Vanguard, and Jirina. Just like two of the best cards from Aftermath given to one of the already very good tribes. Like, holy cannolis. But hey, we got the win. We got the win. The opponent was bricking just a tad, and that was enough for us to pull ahead. I'm trying to think like what 4-drop they run. Probably it was going to be maybe just like the white adversary buffed the squad, or I'm probably quite lucky he didn't find any adder lines. Fantastic once again. We can do the 1-2, and we've got to go for the throat in hand. On the play again. Nice. Raiju is going to come down next turn and do some serious damage. Let's hope he plays something like Restoration of a Gunja now. Would be my preferred. Okay, that's also just totally fine. You have to double block. Okay, now comes like the removal from this deck, of course. He's got the basic lands. It's going to probably be an ossification or something like that. Probably going to go for the Raiju if I were to be a betting man. And if we get a 5th land, we can just Bloodthirsty Adversary, get back to go for the throat. And skadoosh. Okay. Raiju it is. No worries. He even swings confidently. Raiju number 2, baby! Now you just gotta deal with the Phoenix chick. You know, just the Phoenix chick, you know? Okay, we win. Surely you can see how I have won the match, my dear fellow. Even better. Right now, like as things are in the meta right now, my preferred victory is against Selesnya enchantments. It just makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Like, oh, get out of here. I'm gonna steal the line from Maloniacs following. Get out of here. How are we doing for time? These games are quick, man. Honestly, wow. Like, of the ones that I proposed in the poll, Rakdos is the one that I threw together most recently. And that's at the same time the one that's performing the best. I think we're going to go Sleeper. Maybe it just pulls some removal. If it doesn't, then next turn we can level up Sleeper and play Chick and swing for 3. Let's see if there's a... No go for the throats. I mean, no cut downs. Now we got Squee turn 3. Looking pretty juicy. This is probably just going to be mill. Every time I see this now, I'm thinking mill. Ah, okay. Grixis mid-range. Maybe a Harvester. I'm going to go for the throat, my Sleeper. That's also just fine. I'd rather you go for the Sleeper now, which would be the subpar play. You should hold up. Aha! Okay. There's going to be some reanimation happening. We need to close this off before turn 5. Let's see if an Italia or an Atraxa ends up in the yard. Very nice, very nice. Maximum pressure. I'm in love with this card. Like, I'm a huge fan. Really cool card. I've been putting it in all sorts of aggro builds. The Golgari aggro deck. Okay, opponent found the sweeper. We need to get our Urborg dude like up and running ASAP. Would love to just find Mr. Urborg off the top now. We still haven't seen it once in the last 2 matches, even though there's 4 of in the deck. Just bring it in now. Exile the Phoenix chick would be just so sick. Another Brotherhood's End. Wow, you're a freaking charmer, aren't you, my friend? Do we go for the Squee? That means we exile everything. I think, though, it might just be the better option in case there's something like Brotherhood's... I mean, you know, Invoke Despair, then we can just sack the little goblin. Wow. Path of Peril and Brotherhood's End? You're scared of aggro decks, my friend. And rightfully so. That's gonna be the game. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye now. Off you go. Please don't come back again. Undefeated, people. Undefeated. Why is no one playing this? Let's try and find an Urborg Scavengers and get it on the board. I want to showcase that card for you guys. Hopefully also get to showcase the fact that it's bugged. I've only ever played against one of these like Wizard of the Coast employees during early access ever, I think. Yeah, maybe I did once or twice on the ladder and the whole... Aha! Aha! The Scavenger appears. Wow. A real charmer, huh? Lame. So sick of this card as well, guys. Whew. Okay. Somebody who's a little slow today. Fortunately for us. We've got the mana, right? It's only 1 ward. So it's 3 for this plus 1, yeah. So then our Urborg gets to get some first strike also. All for that. Now it can stand toe-to-toe with Adeline. Our opponents playing human tribal have been a little bit troubled with lands in the last few matches, and I, for one, could not be happier. That ain't gonna do jack diddly squat, my friend. It's a 5/5 with first strike. You know, just cash. Bring it on, baby. You're a dead man. Sorry, humans. It's the current top deck in the format. If you go look on Untapped and Best of One, of course. Mono White Humans is right up there because of Copper Coat. Even if you filter Untapped with my premium account all the way to Mythic, Mono White Aggro Humans is the top deck, both in terms of win rates and in terms of percentage of the meta. So, not surprising that we've hit them twice in one night. Woo! Mr. Swayze! Guys, fellow content creator. Oh, I'm getting nervous. This guy plays crazy cool brews. Please go give him a follow. I love his stuff. He's an absolute legend. Like, great energy, great player, all around just amazing content creator. I really hope I beat him. Well, isn't that a problem? Okay, so somebody's playing some weird deck here. Go give him a follow. Please tell him Lone Fox sent you. Oh, wow. Okay, I was not expecting the Naya colors to come out here. Great start from this deck. I don't think we can race this. He's gonna probably hit us with a Gunjo. Nice. I wonder if he even knows who I am. I've sent a few. I mean, I've featured on one of his videos a few times. I was playing like some Naya enchantments deck. Okay, we're also just flooding like crazy. 6-7. We just lose next game if he has anything aggressively slanted. Okay. Guys, go give Swayze a follow. I hope that video, that match ends up on his channel. Then I'll get a little bit of exposure. The guy's a freaking legend. Again, cannot rave enough about him. Love his brews. Super creative. Never plays anything on meta. Just like cool, unique, his own stuff. Go give Swayze a follow. Tell him Lone Fox from the BrewLab sent you. And that'll make both of us happy. Alright, first defeat to us flooding. Honestly, I felt like if we just found a few more like interesting cards than just a bunch of lands, we might have been able to find a way around that. This is a much better hand than the previous one. That's a keep. Snap keep. On the draw though, against what appears to be green so far, but may end up being enchantments. That's interesting. I might even block this. Actually, no. I mean, we've got the Scavengers now. It's probably just doing treasure ramp stuff with Gruul and using Riveteers for some additional... Ooh. Okay, at least he's swinging. That's no problem at all. Let's go Squee. Just try and race him. I love it when Ayara gets to swing. Like, Swayze got lucky there with that Eganjo land. Kind of hoping he removes Squee, if he has removal. And then we can showcase the Scavengers. Okay. Oh, wow. Stomper. Burning all the treasures on a Stomper that won't be able to block is an interesting choice. They'll probably make a treasure here. Ah, it's going for the life gain, huh? No swinging. I guess we go for you and you. Nice. Raiju off the top, baby. Let's go. Ooh. Ooh, that's terrifying. We need removal now. We need one of our three go for the throats, like now. Otherwise, I'm fairly certain we won't be able to do this one. I mean, okay. I'm still just swinging. Swinging for the rafters. Straight away. It's gonna gain life. Ah, he finally grows the dude. Is this gonna be enough? And let's play out Ayara. Swing with everything, of course. And then hit him with the play with fire in the face and see if it's quite enough to just seal the deal. I believe so. He's not going to double block the... That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, so close. However, we're going to use it on his dude here. It's got the reach. Perfect. Perfect. Woo! Very nice. Very nice, guys. I'm so happy with this brew. It's really humming along. It's putting together some of my favorite cards from Mono Red. With like some sweet new black cards. And I honestly couldn't recommend it enough. I'll show you some stats at the end of the video on my Untapped. So you can also see my win rates with it currently are just through the roof. I love it when this kind of thing happens. I just get an idea, I throw it together, no edits, like just, this is the, like I haven't touched a single card in the deck. I built it like this the first time I made it, last night, and I just win. It's slow, but usually in an aggro deck like this, when you get all the lands in the opening hand, then the top decks are just like little tiny creatures for the rest of the match, so fingers crossed. There we go. Is it humans again? Yep. It's gonna be Brutal Cathar now or Adeline. It is Adeline. That's a problem. But he respects the swing from you can double block the Ayara, and then we get rid of his Vanguard, which is fine. And if he lets it through, then we're just loving life because we just followed up with another Raiju next turn. But it's probably going to be Bankbuster. Bankbuster. Brutal Cathar. Beg your pardon. Like clockwork, people. Like freaking clockwork. But now we can swing and get Menace and showcase the problem with the deck. The problem with this card, sorry. So we gotta arrange our triggers. Like this. Yeah. Menace. Yeah, let's just, okay. See, now it's got Menace. Let's see if it's suddenly blockable by just one creature, and then I'll prove my point about the... Aha! Opponent lets it through. It's going to be a Vindicator next, off the top, to shut down our... possibility of winning, unless we top deck a Go for the Throat. Honestly, Go for the Throat. Kill Brutal Cathar. Perfect. Does not worry me one bit. Even though it is a 3/3 blocker. That's obviously quite annoying, but... You shouldn't have named the sleeper. Probably only going to swing with Adeline. Try and hold up more blockers. Oh, drop deck city. 1, 2, 3, 4. Swing with everyone. Good game. My flyers kill you, so there's really no point in even looking at what can block, mate. You're just a dead man. In the air. I could have just swung with my Devastator and you'd still have lost. No, wait, we needed the output from the Raiju. Yeah, whatever. That's 3 human decks taken down in one video, climbing back into the 90s. I think we can just call it a night. We've played enough games. I've done everything the deck's supposed to do. There's nothing like super cool and like incredibly new because of the core of the base being like the good red aggro cards. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't feel the need to do much more than that. We've gone basically undefeated. We lost one match in the whole night against Swayze. I'll get my vengeance one day. Actually, that's the 3rd time ever I've played him. And I've won the other 2. So, fine. I'll take one defeat, Mr. Swayze, until the next one. But jumping back into the deck with my final thoughts and overall review, freaking doozy. The one line we didn't get to showcase, which I wish we could have, was playing the Scavengers whilst already having a Phoenix chick in the yard. That's like one of my favorites, because it just straight away gets flying and haste. So it's and a +1/+1 counter when it ETBs. I mean, how crazy is that? A creature that enters the battlefield and gains flying, haste, and a +1/+1. You swing and it gets another +1/+1. It's like, that's pretty bonkers turn. And we were unfortunately unable to to showcase tonight, but trust me when I say that it's a thing. Also, the opponent didn't try to block the Menace guy, so I couldn't prove the bug, but yeah, like I said, it happened in 2 matches yesterday, so I'm fairly certain that it wasn't me just tripping. There was only 2 creatures on the battlefield. Urborg Scavengers had Menace from exiling my Ayara's Oathsworn, and he blocked it with a single creature. So maybe it was just a one-off, like, weird bug in a one game, but usually when something like that happens is because there's some problem in the actual card and it needs to have a patch released. And I guess just not enough people are playing Scavengers yet for them to have noticed it or receive enough bug reports about it, so hopefully they'll fix it up. But yeah, nothing much more that I need to add. The deck is freaking sweet. Please take it for a spin, and if you do, let me know in the comments how it went for you. I will be, of course, seeing you all in the next one with another fresh brew. And until then, this is Lone Fox from the BrewLab, signing out. Peace, y'all.